And the things I learned, and we're gonna start this off. Gang members and Crips in 1997. One of the things I learned where we're gonna start because this is about relationships. But one dude said we taking your women, and the more they do stuff, that the more they mess with us, we gonna mess with them. They don't know nothing about the Civil Rights Act. And one dude mind is so messed up in the back, and a Crip mind, his mind is so messed up. Say we taking your women, your mind is so messed up because your leader ain't telling you to keep your head on straight. And it doesn't mean you go out there, go to civil rights, but that why this guy said that in the 1990s because the way the society wants it, the way women picky and chooses. And it could be a different type of why that meant 1999 and 7 Crip was doing that because the how women are. And we watch all the HBO document. It's so many stuff that comes to that. And we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about the documentaries that I watched on HBO and the things I have figured out about the human behavior. And Atlanta got something to do with this in the 1999 something. They have something to do with this matter of in 1997, and we're not gonna get deep into that stuff because human always gonna come up with an excuse. But let's get on to relationships. One of the things I date this girl named Orion. She's Chinese, so she's from another country. We talk about gangs and different things. I never had a problem with dating a Chinese girl, but that's not everybody want to say somebody was for God, but that's never been the understanding. Jealousy and other people think you don't got swag in my relationship. And I carry myself in my own way in Carrollton, Texas, Newman Smith. And one of the things, me and her when we chilled over there about turning her back in a while back, and I used to why Sabina used to do her, and Sabina had no care in the world, and she cared about her cousin and her thing with her cousin and with Scholar and the rest of those people. And I'm not gonna let nobody misuse me and mistreat me and lie to me. And everybody's so in my business whether that's another 30 million. What the community wanna use. I'm not gonna understand where the spirit and the tendency is keep going on. And I'm not gonna let people selfish as control and domination get in the way of it. I'm not gonna let them get in the way of their behavior. Because spirit behavior are getting on my nerves. But let's get back to the thing of tendency of watching. Let's get back to what we are getting back on. And let me get most of the dudes and the people that stayed by Turner, the people I know when I was dating her, oh, he don't have scrap, and she always kept me in confidence. But when I was by my girlfriend's house, we got candles on each side. And me and her, I'm we dog we not having sex, but I'm kissing her on her body each time. And if it's kissing her cheeks while we in the shower, kissing her breast, kissing her stomach, kissing her between her legs, kissing her lips 5 times. This you want to do this to your woman every day, even in the shower. You want to kiss her on her breast 5 times. You want to kiss her on the cheeks 5 times. You want to kiss her between her legs 5 times. You want to kiss her down there 5 times. The lips between the thing. You want to do all of those 5 times every morning, every evening, and every night. You want to do those things every day. But the thing where me and Orion had candles at. And my thing I messed up, I let my oldest brother not having a phone use my phone. I always got a phone, and I had to explain to, like, my brother never keeps a phone. I had to explain to why my phone was being used, and it was caused the most to the misconduct and the misunderstanding because my brothers using my damn phone to text this woman. So that's the most problem I had where you need to tell people they need to use their own phone when it comes to brothers. And that's the most definition where the problem I had. I have always kept a phone on, even when I was in school. But that problem I had with those significance and those things that I had in those foreplay, while I'm sleeping, and I'm telling her that's my brother, my oldest brother. She already know that, but it got too weird. My friend Samantha and Dallas' friend tried to holler at her, and I had to confront him about it because she told me to let it go. But no, you up to something, but you care what people think. Your mama already didn't know me, and she ignored my calls, and you pray to a different voodoo, and that's the problem where her mama is not that involved in my relation like her mama, and she's not telling her mom, and her mama hanging up in my face. Her mom is a very picky woman, and we deal with those type of things when we in relationship. But her mama, Danish Chinese woman, and she worked at this hotel in Fort Worth in Plano when I Fort Worth, and I would go to the bar, and she would go to her tip jar, and she would give me money to go sit at a bar, and I would watch the Mavericks game at this bar in Fort Worth, and I would watch it, and where people leave me out, they got no excuses for it. And oh, he don't got swag and this and that. And another thing I didn't like about the situation where you can have my leftovers, what thing, but you treat me. I hate people because I always been on my stuff. I don't care about their cars. I don't care about what they have, and I don't care about what they have. But I would not stay up in poverty environment where niggas and all of these women that chooses. I'm done with those things. This is our world. And I'm tired of one of the things I talk about Texas. Women. I've been on Facebook antagonating a man when the man is trying to talk. One of the things I'm in Dallas, when Sabina had other things going on with her family and her friends, so called whatever. And one of the things I didn't understand where the process be at things where I'm in another relationship and I'm dating Samantha's friend in another she stays in Texas, but me and her broke up because the long distance and other things that were me and this other Dallas girl that Samantha knew in Dallas, she tried to think I tried, and she said respect my relationship. Girl, stop that. I'm dating Samantha's friend. And Samantha say, hold up, people, you gotta stop texting her. And I'm just trying to connect as a friend. It's these black women with that. I'm with Samantha's friend that she grew up with in the other part of Texas. So I'm like, she stays in Dallas, and this black girl depends on. I'm not gonna have no debate with a nigga when a nigga wanna dominate and a woman wanna be controlled. This is our world, and God done with them. You know, nobody wanted to hear me out. And I have to, let me tell you something. I have to be in this economy, in this world where domination, intimidation, and I'm keeping myself together where stupidity keep happening time and time again. And Governor Abbott, he played dumb. Where domination and intimidation and sexism and people that want to die and women, they don't know their damn own power. I'm tired of it. But Governor Abbott got a problem that he don't know how to deal with. But don't come at me, Governor Abbott, when I know this business and I've been 14, 15 years old. Governor Abbott want to ride this wave and people want you to have a second chance. I gave you chances. God gave Texas chances. We gave the Texas business change. This is our time. It's not a price that I should ask for when it comes there. But the mayor, you know what I told him? And I actually said that, and I got to make sure I write this again to Miss Crystal at the thing book. And I got to make sure I write this to the Justice Department, Miss Crystal, again. And I wrote this to the civil rights. You listen to them more than you listen to us. You care about their opinions more than you listen to disability and Social Security. This is with them. You care what they think, and you want their opinion more. Look at the thing with Doug McMillan. You listen, and I have to say, Doug McMillan is a liar. He's a liar of what he stands for. I said, Joe Biden, I told you, believe that lie. God said, you got to decide. And I told the civil rights, you got to decide. And Joy and Victoria said, you can't This is not about manipulation. This is about this economy. This is about this society. And black men always trying to take something what somebody else trying to get, but they selfish and racism. My civil suit to Walmart is so much bigger than that. So much bigger than what we have to understand in those doormat. But people are gonna think they titled to something because they took the wrong side, and that's a threat. God said that's a threat to our environment and to our culture and our society. Now, Orion talk a good game, but Orion doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what the price that we have to understand. One thing I want Dallas to know, it was all about you. And then lady, it was all about you. It was all about you and Yellow Breezy and Carrollton, Texas. The FBI when Trump was walking right here down with me. But it was all about you, stupid and retarded. These women want to follow you, but this is not about you. This is my time. And if you black racism with you white people, this is where the violence come at. Because they throw stones on you. And we don't understand those things. But one thing, they want us to have compassion. What compassion that my black people show me with the Mexican in Carrollton at night and why the million them tunning and he's still stalling. That's another 30 million. When I sat in that courtroom, that black racist ass judge tried to break me. Other judges coming after the security guard with racism tried to break me. That judge laughed and taunted, and I'ma tell her when I was in there, that's another $30 million for laughing and taunting and antagonizing and being aggressive with me. But you want to be nice, right? But we dealing with racism in the courtroom with black. But we have to understand it. But our black people want us to fuss and go out there and meet people. Let me tell you, God said this is different times. We don't have to participate with them and they suffering. Let's connect that. I've been connecting in 2000. Trump been having my thing. But it's the end game, right? We playing end game. With Trump had my network, right? We playing end game with society. We playing end game. We playing the end game with people, right? This is the end game. Where the Texas network got my accounts and Trump been having my accounts. And we playing the end game, right? This is about like on the Marvel Endgame. This is Endgame right now, right? They want us to participate in their environment. They want us to participate. God said, you can't even leave me out if you can. Because the same people that's leaving you out, they go against God. Why you think little babies say you in it but not really in it? And they've been taken from me. I want you to know what's been going on. I want you to know what the mayor and racism been doing. I want you to know when Lil Baby say he's in it, but not really in it. And I've been working for Lil Baby, but the state of Texas mayor and Governor Abbott were racism, and they've been given to Mexicans, and they've been cheating people out of stuff with that. You, they really think they know what's going on. When the mayor been abusing his power with the black and white, go to Lil Baby's song. He's in it, but not really in it. Go to his song if you really think it. We didn't hear that much about you. When Lil Durk say stay down, do you really think when Texas been taken from me and given to Mexican and black and hip hop, why the mayor lie? And his community care about, this was about Social Security. But the more I have to be put back, and they want balance. When I was in that Galleria Mall, a lady act like she was scared. But the same people that act like they scared, they the one with racial issues. They the one that can't accept you. I went in the Galleria Mall. After all the things I try to get my point across, my main objective was I already had Obama and them attention and Senator Harris and Capitol Hill, but it was about the call center. But they the one that act scared, but because they act racist. And the Mexican with her kid, bitch, I got a kid just like you. I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to deal with your environment. You know, when I was with my stepson, my newborn, I was with my newborn, and we went to stroller. And the most thing I had to realize to protect my son and the intimidation that was going on. Yeah, I had my family problem with my baby mama, but the intimidation was going on in the Atlanta mall, and she couldn't hold it together. The trying to break the mindset and the intimidation, the way that she was behaving herself. One thing Doug Miller didn't realize, you fucking with somebody mindset that's way powerful than your black ass racism. And let me tell you what you don't know. The same time, this is how we're gonna win. The same time they were dropping me off at the mall and fights was breaking out at the hotel, why you think when they asked Trump in the HBO document, Doug Miller got interviewed? Doug Miller got interviewed, and they asked Trump, why you don't want to vote for, they asked Doug Miller, let me get that free, why you don't want to vote for Trump? Because what they did me, he was mad. But everybody want to call Trump racist and the black people doing another black person wrong. You think you know it all. Who you think I'm banning me? Who you think I'm banning me from Walmart? When black racism was acting up in Walmart. And they still doing it. Who you think I'm banning me? I want you to know something real easy of what's going on here. Let me tell you, when I had that camera, what was given, and we're going to talk about this because we're going to talk about fear. We're going to talk about the Raleigh police abusing their power and intimidating and forcing me across the street. And that's the understanding, intimidation, looking down on me at the camera with intimidation. And I told the civil rights that. And this other guy was mean towards me. Let me tell you something. When I sit up there and I go to court by whatever that is, what's going to happen? They're going to agitate the situation. And they're going to abuse their power and try to put me in a bad situation. The state of Texas. I heard what that judge say. Oh, he rolled his eyes and mumbled his words. And I said I needed another judge. So if I go back in there, and I told the civil rights, if I go back in there, this judge is going to do something. And I told her, she haven't called me back yet. He had a nasty attitude. And as soon as I got off the thing, I went to the civil rights and I reported him on the situation because I wish you would, and rolled his eyes. That was the face. I saw his body motion under spirit in the first interview, in the first encounter. But they don't want to hear things out. So I get to a point where I'm this my legacy has never been ruined by Sabina. Sabina could never ruin me because before she met me, I was on my shit. And people can never ruin me. They have tried. And everybody's still trying with Yellow Breeze in them. But you know what you don't understand? I don't care about the jewelry. I don't care about what you think about what the nigga have. I do me and I do me the best way I can. I'm rolling through Addison in Dallas one time. And we coming from me and Nikki. And one thing, people in their cars behaving that this is about 5 years ago, 2018, 2017, one of the other 2018 and 17 and 16. There was one of those mad in 2017 with Nikki, but the people in the cars was behaving themselves and she care what they think. And the people, this the perfect example. A girl walking down the street the other day. She's on this street. But this guy, I'm on the other side of the street. But this girl showing me attention, the attraction there, and this guy in his car is jealous. Or I can get her. The thing is about it where people want to dominate and abuse the solar system. I have to give me, my boy Danny told me in Dallas, once you start getting you a car, once you start getting your car, and Danny, and I'm gonna get them for lying to my boy Danny. And me and my brother saw something on my boy Danny, my brother Danny, facial expression with Dallas. We saw something. He's from Dallas, bro, Marcus, Miles, everybody. They stay some character, and Danny, my brother was like, hold up, this is not how to Danny. We know somebody lied to Danny. And me and my brother really didn't have that talk with Danny. But Danny said, he would, I can have Hummers. I can have people drive for me. And I don't allow no bodyguard to stay with me. That's not going to happen. When you have a bodyguard, this is not going to be a 6'9" catastrophe. When you have a bodyguard, you got to make sure they marry, they religions. Don't date a bodyguard that is single. No, not a date a bodyguard. Don't hire a bodyguard that's not that. Oh, let me rephrase that. That don't have a relationship, because you're putting your life in danger, and you got to learn from 6'9" Katashi. You have to learn from him. Don't date a manager that don't have a wife. That is the main thing. If I'm gonna look for a manager, I have to look for a manager that have a wife. My manager gotta have a wife. I don't want to date a manager that's single. He's gotta be family orientation. If I get a music manager, he gotta be family orientation. Where your kid? Do you go home to your family? Can we actually get together with our kids? And sometime, one thing I checked with Kodak Black 19, he gave his manager, a lawyer, a chain, and his manager and his lawyer chain. So where those things at where his music manager a chain? I want my music manager to be family oriented. And you gotta realize the mistakes that 6'9" Katashi made. We learn from those mistakes. And I've been observing 6'9" Katashi. And his baby mama went to a store, he cheated, and 6'9" Katashi, you don't care about me, and all of that stuff. And we're gonna tag 6'9" Katashi in this video. We learn from his behavior, right? We understand that. So you have to look for a manager that's in a relationship, but I'm not just dating anybody. That's the difference. I don't want a street woman that's just gonna come to me and you got niggas. You're a threat to God. And everybody whispering, saying shit. Go ahead. This is our time, and not about everybody else. This is our time, our moment. I'm tired of Dallas when they wanted to lie. They got so many stories that it don't know what to believe. But Trump know the truth. When they figure out at that Carrollton Library and everything add up and I have to deal with it, and they want me to have sympathy for you. When you come up and you stole from me, and they still doing it, but they want me to stall. The Justice Department want to believe. The mayor been fooling with my case. Him in City Hall racism and the white people that I don't want nothing to do with you. The fact that you are racism and bias in your black society with your white society. But but I have to deal with it, right? I have to deal with your society that have their own picture, right? But Bun B says savages. I don't deal with savages anyway. You think I deal with savages? Bun B, I find out personalities. I don't just jump out there freely. I say, he said everybody want a piece of the pie now. You know what I tell? I've been getting a piece. But you know what that is? Racism. I would not bend down to anyone that have racism businesses. And I read a video and I responded back to the May 23 Senator Ted and them and the legislators. I've been watching them a while. But that video I finally catch on to. I finally understand what we mean about understanding each other more. But they want to put pressure on people instead of get the racism and hit a mayor out. But the more you push my case back, that's another. But everybody want to come like they thirsty and act like they have title to something and want us to have remorse where they choose sides. Let me tell you something about racism, man. What Dallas lied. They didn't know what was that conversation between DJ Khaled while I'm playing DJ Khaled. What that conversation with Bun B that I worked for DJ Khaled, little baby, little, but they racism instead of give to their city, right? I didn't just take them from where when Carter B say work for me. I had to go through maneuver when BG said something. I had to go through maneuvers, right? You think you had it figured out? I had to make sure artists did not take advantage of me. When Carter B, will you work for? If you don't like your job, then quit. You work for us now. You work for you. You think you got this all figured out, Dallas? Well, Takeoff came here the first time in 2019. When Kevin Gates knows about me, he gonna have my money. And the more these bitches act up, Governor Abbott is coming from underneath these seats. The more these street niggas act up in their community, and Kevin Gates and the rest of these Houston niggas and these Dallas niggas, I want my fucking money. You didn't give me my money. This black nigga gonna talk about. Watch out for people. They'll make up something, and they still standing. That they bury somebody, and they still standing. Watch out for those ones that got the nerve to talk about in the interviews. And God said, you have not been, you still standing because you're talking about something that'll get you in trouble, God said. And you're lying and it's a fiction. to trick people in Texas. This guy that get interviewed and hip hop interviewed, and he looked at me and I saw his spirit behavior. That's another 30 million. When I saw his spirit behavior, he gonna come over here. He gonna come over here when I saw his spirit behavior. He's gonna come over here when I saw his spirit behavior. How y'all doing? He's gonna come over here when I saw his spirit behavior, his body motion. When I already saw it already. He's already got a problem. I already saw it. I already saw the spirit behavior. He's gonna come over. I saw his body motion of his facial expression. He's gonna come over here. I already saw it move before anything. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I already saw your spirit motion. I already know you was gonna stop. Yeah, I already know, but I ain't doing nothing. I've been talking to the police. I know you got to do your job. All right, I got you. I already know. Trust me. I work with. Hey, when I worked at Walmart, I had a great relationship with some security guards. When I worked at Walmart, so I understand when they had to protect the stores in Carrollton, Texas, and I had a great relationship with them. So I understand what you have to go through. So I understand. All right. So that was one of the bonds at Walmart that me and 2996 had. Like we actually had that bond with the security guards at Walmart, and we would always talk at night. Me and the female social security guards, and they be known when they walk around the store. And when I've been on the scrubber, we used to always do those things. So it was a it was a more of an understanding. Like we used to just have that conversation, and I used to just talk to the cashiers. And when I used to come through on the scrubbers, no, it won't be for grids. I learned a lot of things, man. It won't be for grids. I wouldn't even learn how to. When I was at 2996 over there before I quit it and all of that, if I didn't know how to get on that scrubber and get on that machine and do the work, and grids played a big part of my the way I know how to do things. And one thing Grizz didn't care about, and you know what he did, and I like about Grizz. And one night he take me at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and he take me to in the back where he know Charles had a problem. He know they had a racist problem and won't give me a chance to prove to them. So he said, Hubert, you don't do that like that. And he took me around the building and let me do the forklift. But he couldn't show consistency with me because of Charles' behavior. He would have took me back out there, but Charles was the main problem, and the racist employees. We don't have to have a license, but let's get us in the back where, all right, you get the electric pallet jack and just start training them right there before even having that license. They get them in the back and get them on electric pallet jack and get them on there. Police Academy was my favorite movie with Mahoney, and he didn't know how to drive. So one day they took one of his friends, Police Academy. I love all the Police Academy movies. They took one of the his cadet's car and they took the two wheels. They didn't like them anyway, and they took the two wheels out of the Police Academy car and they started driving around the city. They started driving around the city and teaching them how to drive. And he started doing it and telling them to watch out and bam. And he was the biggest person in that car. That car was he tall as a mud. He's tall as a mud. He's tall as a mud. But Police Academy was one of the favorite moving. And we have to understand those things, right? So we have to get those motions to understand the wall conduct of the situation. But I liked it because he taught him how to drive. One thing and another thing with Grizz, I never had license for anything for to ride that electric pallet jack. I never took a CBL. But you know what Grizz say? Put this fake ass badge on. We're gonna put this title on when they lie. When Charles is being racist, when Doug McMillan is being racist, put this badge on. Put this vest on. And every 3 or 4 o'clock, me and when I worked at the claim truck, everybody, when I worked at 2996, everybody started the milk department. I lost Grizz's number. Grizz said, Hubert, we're gonna have to stop talking for you know, and Grizz was so happy that I was not a part of Walmart no more. The last thing Grizz told me, I remember on that day because um, one of the I had beef with in Carrollton, Texas. One of their friends was on the train with me when I was going to DFW jobs, and me and Demir, we squashed our beef with Demir house, and we came over there and we talked. And the main thing with that situation, and we squashed our beef, and we came over there and talked, and I forgot his name, cause we got into a fight in Carrollton apartment. Me and him didn't get along, and me and him in Demira house we sat and we actually talked and squashed our beef, and everything was looking good. But Grizz was so happy that I wasn't part of Walmart. He was so happy that I wasn't a part of that no more and wasn't part of a racist family. Grizz left in many ways, and he left. You know, Joy and Victoria said, don't mind that good friend that you lost. Because Grizz used to take me everywhere. You would make new friends. It's hard to find somebody like Grizz when people are following people, Joy and Victoria. It's hard to do that when people are being controlled. And we're going to take it. And people, how can I find somebody else like Grizz? How can you come on? His wife used to tell us, shout out to his granddaughter, his nieces, and everybody. How can I find in Oklahoma and his whole family, Grizz in Oklahoma? He moved to Oklahoma. Shout out to his grandkids. I wish them all the best. I wish Grizz was there if I'm a step at the seat, I would want Grizz to come there too. I would like Grizz to be there too, and you still behaving yourself again. Same car, different day, but your spiritual side changed. Same thing, different day, but your spiritual side changed. Yesterday, the jealousy was a little more intense. Now the tendency went down in your spirit. Huh? Your intensity in the car changes. Your body motion changes. And your spiritual side changes. I'm pretty impressed. Yesterday night it was jealousy. I felt nothing but jealousy out your car. But this time it's changed. The spiritual behavior changed. I felt your spirit energy. Today is a different energy in this car that just left Walmart, that just left the hospital. It's a different energy in the car. But the mayor lied, but I gotta wait and wait on racism, right? God said they want us to forget. They showed no sympathy for me in Carrollton, Texas, and Addison when they terrorized me. And Yellow Breezes said, take a loss. God ain't taking no loss. And I surely ain't taking no loss for no racist ass, black ass mayor and his seat and his city hall members say, I own this city. I told them they are a threat to God. Black racism is a threat to God. City hall members. But they still can't be took it down, right? But I have a warrant out for my arrest. But you know what I told the Justice Department? If I have a warrant, that's a racism arrest. I told them. At state of Texas and the mayor with his life, why those phone calls being ignored? Even though I'm gonna get my justice, why those racist phone calls being ignored? Why 911 you see, the attacking me 2 times when they didn't want to come and help me. Let's tell the truth of what's going on. But they thought I was dumb. They didn't know they was being watched. I want to know why the mayor did not get took it down from his spot, Trump. That's a good question. Trump did everything else, but why the mayor did not get dealt with? Why city hall members did not get dealt with when Trump was in office? He did something else, but why was the mayor not being dealt with? And that's a good question we need to ask Trump. Why did they not put the mayor down for corruption and racism or lies and him? Why we don't expose those calls? When we made with the assistant, and she told me to have a good day, and I know the business. Oh. It talks about in Dallas City Hall if you want to do music business with us, right? Right? I want every dollar that you giving back to them. When I go on, you see, this is where lies at. When we go on City Hall, member, look at them. When they taking the mayor's lying to you. If you want to do shows with us and music with us and book shows with us, you think I don't know what City Hall? But I didn't just go on when I put 3,500 for each of my songs on YouTube. You see, I was a step ahead. Now racism, black hip hop is trying to play me. Dallas trying to put me. I bet you Houston coming from underneath that seat. The more these dumbass niggas act up in this community and try me, I bet you they coming from underneath that seat. Anything happen to me, racism coming from underneath that seat. Racism. 3,500 for each of your songs that you promote. Other songs I'm able to do, right? Non-profit or profitable. And take advantage of a disability, Governor Abbott. While your community lie, Governor Abbott, I didn't know too much about the business. Taking advantage of a disability, align with your community. Non-profitable or profitable. Now I want everything that you giving to those Mexicans and you giving to that black racist in Dallas, Texas. I was a step ahead of you, right? Governor Abbott, I was a step ahead. They thought they was gonna win. And they still think they're gonna win. Black still passing by my house and intimidate me. But I bet you Houston and Soldier Boy gonna go to jail today. 3,500 for each of my songs that I promote. And 2 days, 3 days I didn't just go in a Texas music office. I had to do other resources. You see, I really wanted this, and I had to understand. When I got out of Dallas County, I had to understand there's too much of manipulation going on in the streets. If we're gonna do this from one apartment to the next apartment, my foundation was set. But you still take while racism is being given. And you think that I owe you something where let's have those calls there when your car sent a attention. Come on, I'm asking for it. In 2019, you said, why, if he want to come and meet, why Trump didn't want me to come and meet? What's changing you see, they sticking, what's changing us the meeting now? What's changing when your politics and your point of views, and Trump was not that kind of, but Trump had a hard life. And and he must have been rich and spoiled, but I can bet his dad was mighty hard on him. And his mom was mighty hard on him. And he went to the army. His dad put him in the army. He probably didn't have a good life. He probably had to, his family started to get into real estate. His dad started getting into real estate. He was the main character in those formats, in those plans, in those format plans. He was the main character, but they take from me, right? And DFW still taking from me. Liars in Dallas while the mayor lie and be dishonest with me. All the prosecutors ain't getting away. All the prosecutors ain't getting away. Either they gonna be put to death with you. You ain't getting away prosecuted that easy. I told you something. You ain't getting away that easy, prosecutors. They betrayed me. They know too much. Somebody called me and saw me in Dallas County in 2019. They was gonna lose millions behind Yellow Breezy and the mayor's racism and lies. Behind DFW and them lies. You're not learning. I've been connecting with everybody. I'm not just on YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat. I came back from Atlanta and I started communing. What happened at Garland when I started telling everybody more about the business industry? They don't even know that I was in the works of connecting with people at the Garland Library, sitting outside every day, talking to people and connecting with some people, but the library was being racist. But the other girls that talked to me in Garland Library, the adults, and everybody that had that connection with me, and everybody that talked to me in Garland, the kids, and everybody in Garland, Texas, that talked to me. And I was discussing business books. You see, grown-ups acting the ass. Some grown-ups, they got their different point of views, are not picking up a book. We're gonna talk about that when I was at the Garland Library, right? But I gave the Justice Department. It's something that my state attorney didn't know. But as she would have listened more, I had to know if I can trust her. But she did not trust. She did not. She made it very clear. My second attorney, when I told her to go in there and tell the DA and the judge what I wanted them to tell them, she made it very clear that she wasn't, because she questioned me. And I couldn't trust her. And I told her civil rights, and I told her judge, and I'm going to tell them again, I don't trust my state attorney. She antagonized and laughed. And I'm going to say it again, I don't trust my state attorney. And I went to civil rights. I'm going to make sure I have a deal again. I'm going to make sure I don't trust her of dishonesty. But the state attorneys, why do they not lose their job? I want everything that you giving back to them and racism given back. But he think he got it all figured out, right, Yellow Breezy? When you say, oh, that all that stuff gonna catch up with you, racism, right? When Mo3 said in the inbox that I'm scared. What? Oh, I imitate my favorite rapper, Lil Wayne. But the mayor had a racist agenda with his city of Dallas thought. Why you think Senator Harris say a person about thought? That judge and that prosecutor gonna do something they don't supposed to be doing to get me arrested, and that's gonna cost them more money because I went on the civil rights. I didn't even lose when I went to jail. I studied the business, and now they coming like heathen because he got a motive. Boy, Yellow Breezy, you got a motive, right? And he said I'm lying. And then he talked about Jay-Z and Beyonce when I talked about the project in 2019, and I have a motive. He said I have a motive. You have a bitch, you gonna die, nigga. You coming from underneath that seat. If something happened to me, you soldier boy, all y'all liars gonna be put to death. Gang members, you're not sitting in that jail. So Governor Abbott better create a get graveyard site for y'all. I saw one over here in my community too that can be graveyard sites where I was outside in Dallas, Texas, in the jailhouse, talking to Dallas, Texas. And I was talking to Dallas, Texas. I was in there looking at the birds. I said, God, let's create an electrocute chamber. And that electrocute chamber, I said, God, I want to, on that side of the building, for our enemies that want to betray us, that put an electrocute chamber right in the side of Dallas, by the Dallas Bridge, and take over that property where they jog at. And that chamber is going to be seats, electrocuting chairs right across from each other, 10 feet right from each other. And I wanted to say, let's put every motherfucker to death. I want their kids to watch while their kids and their wives in handcuffs watching them put to death. I want you to watch them while you stand for hatred and lies. I want your baby mama to watch you. You know they say something in Dallas. I have a feeling it's him. He can be the one that changed the menu. You think you figured it out yet? Yellow Breezy been lying to you and the mayor. Now the mayor trying to make me look like a bad guy. And people in Addison got the nerve to tell me before I left Addison, got the nerve to tell me you acting like that. It gonna make no. When you got a mayor and a judge that did, and then he gonna lie and shake Senator Ted. You a racist liar, and I see your spirit. And I told the civil rights, I don't want nothing to do with you. God don't want nothing to do with the mayor. Let me tell you something, Mayor. If I'm standing by that podium and I'm talking, I will hug my flag. I hug my God. I can talk while I hug God and that flag while I'm in front of people. Have you ever heard of me? Are they mad because they couldn't fuck me? Ply said. You ever heard of me? I'm who these niggas be. People been trying to get to me for years, baby. Oh, ain't no seven. But you gotta have a real boss to get to it. They got to Sabina this pussy. That just a woman with a pussy between her legs. She just got a pussy and she manipulated with pussy. But men like to say we don't want women because they got conquered. I don't want to be with a woman that's not for me and with a nigga and with other women. No, that's not how we gonna play this game. You niggas with that dumb shit, we ain't gonna play this game. A hoe gonna be a hoe, yeah, but do let her do what it do. That's something that's different, right? But they want to argue. People in Dallas want to question my. You don't know about me and Sabina's history before Mirza came around. So you talk a lot of stuff, but you have no thing of. I don't hate her for whatever what you think, but I'm not gonna let her or any other lies in this community get to me. They say I'm gonna come missing and everything else. Let them do what they do. Let racism do what they do. But God know the truth, and Trump know the truth. Why you think Young Breezy got a motive? Yeah, let me tell you something. Why you think Yellow Breezy got a motive? To get away with his racism and lies. Little baby say he in it, but not really in it. All color not dumb. I'm surely not dumb. But they picture me dumb when they call me out of my name. I know my weakness and I know I gotta get better at it. I know my challenges, not weakness, challenges. And I know I gotta get better. And that's making me more stronger every day. But you think you got it all figured out at the end of the day. You know, Atlanta say this is home. I sit up there, I played, I worked out with them, and this is home. Clayton County. You know, I understood one of my brothers understand the person that I was in there. He said in Atlanta, Clayton County, Hubert, we all going through stuff. And I saw his mindset and and I had to be patient. But the Dallas program wasn't patient. Judge Kennedy, she did something she was not supposed to do. You know, Lil Wayne said something on the Birdman, fuck the police, I ain't going back to jail. I know I was gonna go back to jail. I know I was gonna go back. That's my stepdad. That's my stepdaddy. Um, um, I knew he said I didn't know I was gonna go back. Yeah, I know I was gonna go back to jail. You don't know that the Mayor Eric Johnson with the Protective Service been fooling with my case. And you're gonna help me get back my case since you lied. Oh, you don't know what's going on. Oh, why that Protective Services was in Addison. Now, you talk about stick by the rules. That's not fair. That's not fair. And the senators know what was my mission. We ain't gonna play by the mayor racism rules. But the community still wanna be in power and you take his side, right? They really think they know what's going on here. Why they took Judge Kennedy, and that's why she's gonna pay for that. She knows something about me Googling her. When I was in Dallas County, after I got arrested, the next time you talk about but you got a racial agenda. The DA don't know what names that was being said, but they the hypocrite. The prosecutor, that's why I want their job. That's why they not getting away. You're not, I don't care about your job. You know something. You ain't as dumb as you think you are. Before I handed that paper to that judge, you know I was innocent. They not telling you something. They not telling you something. God said they not telling you something. Before I came to that paperwork with that judge, their spirit behavior was seen. God said. That's why the prosecutor is about to go down. I used to go on Martin Luther King with this kid. He's in Dallas, and he still go to Newman Smith. We used to go out to Martin Luther King Street. You think you know what's going on? Well, you're confused and lying. Your mayor has been lying to you. And Yellow Breeze and them all for gang. If you go to Dallas, well, boy, look at it. You don't know the mastermind behind everything, but they the liars in the city. They're the one that trying to really attack me now. And Yellow Breezy in another state, right? Oh, Yellow Breezy. Yellow Breezy, Trap Boy Freddy, and all the rest of y'all in Carrollton, Texas. And the mayor. If something happened to me and my family, you a dead man. Hey, they're going to be put to death. The mayor's going to be dealt with by the Justice Department. City Hall member are going to be put to death by the Justice Department for my civil rights, for against a disability. That is a death sentence. Racism by intent. That's what a death. Texas legislators, everybody that's involved in this situation. You don't know what's going on with the attorney general, with the attorney. The whistleblowers, they got nothing to do with that. Something to do with me, but they got nothing to do with the other two. Those are two different people. You was gonna lose millions. It's how the prosecutor did it. You was gonna lose millions behind the IPS work. They didn't offer me nothing. You was gonna lose millions. But I know how to keep things on a. You broke God trust, and you try to make me look like the bad guy. You know, I met Birdman and Lil Wayne from New Orleans, and I made my choice because Birdman don't know I saw him in the mall in New Orleans, and God say, and I stared at him, and I decided I wanted to. And he don't even know that. He don't even remember. Not just watching Wayne in the mall. It was one time on the porch in the East and Gutter and T Streets and them in the mall. I saw Ashley Star Birdman in the mall with a white collar T-shirt and some jeans, and he had a flip phone, a thing, and he stared at me by the wreck. And you ever saw Jeezy and them? My mama used to let me go on the river walk a lot in the boats, and we had to be inside before anything when we stayed in New Orleans. We have to be inside when we stay in there. But you don't want to give me my money, right? You don't want to give me everything that you took and you still taking from me. They don't know, 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 they don't know. I was a step ahead of everybody. But I'm not telling you another thing. But why would I want to be a part of Texas? Why would I want to be a part of the racism and lies of Yellow Breeze and them and everybody trying to come up? No, this is my home too. But why would I? Why should I pay? Y'all making me get this racist liar, and BT gonna get an unwelcome message from me, from God, a supporting a racist liar. God said, when I come to BT, you gonna give me a, and I'm representing God. I'm representing America. So I'm gonna have 100 awards if I'm gonna go to BET, cause I'm representing honesty, real. God is keeping it real. And God never been perfect. A little kid told me I don't like you. The man ever. I'm gonna tell you about God. God was a step ahead. He know what needed to be done. Evil couldn't be. The enemy with lies couldn't be. But you went against me for Yellow Breeze and them, for all of them and Triple D and all the rest of them. You betrayed God for all of them. You betray. You see, Orion don't get it. Something. God said, "I never die for you again." That's why God, you will never see God. You will never get that chance. One kid from New Orleans tried to say he saw God. I have not even saw God. But let me tell you, God not going to mention his name to you. And you're not going to see body. After I got in the cell in 2000, I told God 10 times. After that, I got into an argument. I still went, and the guy said, "Where was the president God at when my son?" 20 times I said I won't deny God. I had a dream that I was in the same cell. After I put the cover over my head and I sat down, I was in that same cell. 20 times I was in that same cell. And I put the cover over my head for a while. And I told him 20 times, "I won't deny you, I won't deny you, I won't deny you. If you was here, if I was here before you, I would not deny 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 you. I would not deny you. I would not deny you." I had a dream that somebody put the cover up off me, told me, "Get up." I didn't see body, spirit. I didn't see spirit told me to get up, Hubert, in the same cell. And I woke up in real time and I was able to see the dude's spirit turn the corner in the medical tank. I never had darkness. But remember this, I know what my main goal was. But you have betrayed everything that you stand for. The racism jacking this. You know, I want y'all to go watch a video with the mayor city hall say member. He said, "I own this city." That's racism. And they believe the millions, they're in cahoots with each other. They lying to you. The lying politics and society lying to you. So this is what we can do. What I can do right now, I can look up it's voting time. And everybody that's vote, Trump gonna win anyway. He can win next year. He can win the following year. I can go to every voter register and I can file a civil rights complaint on every voter. We can do this the easy way. God said we can do it the easy way. Boom, docs. We can do this the easy way and we can do this the hard way. So right now I can go to every Dallas poll. I can Google. That's what I'm gonna do. Every Google Dallas, because election time coming up, right? And they talking about their tax dollars, right? And they have a racial agenda with the community, right? So that same guy that's talking to that, I know he got a problem. We're gonna observe that behavior that they're talking in the community. We're gonna observe that behavior, right? They think they have it all figured out. The enemy does. If little Kiki, a guy with 300 come down here, he ain't coming down here for me, to do me harm. If OTF come down here. Jay Prince, so busy trying to talk to finesse, and they don't know I choose my side while Houston lied. You think you know what's going on? Jay Prince sitting with finesse. You think you know what's going on? When finesse said they don't believe him, I choose the side, right? Finesse didn't do me nothing. Finesse wasn't with the bullshit with Dallas. You think you know what's going on? You think you and Jay Prince Jr. Why you think Queen Latifah haven't came here yet? Why you think Keisha Cole haven't came here yet? I work for some country singers. Why you think they've been taking money that don't belong to them? Oh, the mayor and racism, and they not telling you everything. Why you think Black Youngster came down? You think Black Youngster came down here to be with you? You think you got it all figured? Future. Future don't even know on the Drake song, I'm telling them people. But they don't know that Trump was watching you down here. When they say a person of interest, the senator and them was watching. They think you was being watched the whole time. I need you to go back and watch when the black preacher say, my gift was from the heaven. I need, my son, I need you to watch. When you was being watched, I need Dallas to watch and Houston to watch. Jay Prince to watch what's going on. I gave them none of them my documents, my account. They was already watching me. And the guy say on CNN, and then the two guys say, I've been had my life together, but my enemy, the Social Security, that with the enemy. Social Security, that's with the enemy. That's with society. That's with the business of racism. God said, you don't love me. You just love my money, but you don't love me. You love the money, but you don't love the body. You don't love the spirit. You don't love me. You don't love my heavens, but you love the money. You don't love me. You love the money. You don't love me, but you love the money. Yellow Breezy hug a woman. He loves the money of me, but he don't love me. Say, Boosie, you might mention my name. You might mention. They think they really know what's going on. Why the mayor in Texas lie? You think you really know what's going on? Why you think P. Diddy didn't want to fuck with Boosie? They don't even know that I work for P. Diddy. I played, but I haven't got me yet because they've been stealing. Lil Durk now. I got some plans for Lil Durk. I got some ideas for them. I got some ideas for them. OTF, I got some ideas for them. I got some ideas for them. I got some ideas for them. OTF, I got some ideas. They're gonna actually like we buy property with nothing, but it's more ideas. And this is where condos they're gonna have a good time into. We got more ideas. And he don't know how to run a trap house. Because if I have women, they'll be having computers. They go pick out their own bed. We'll have a good time. They'll be going to college. They don't know how to run a trap house. Trap boy Freddie talk about a trap house. All my women will have computers in their house. No, with desktop. No, we're going to get desktops, a monitor. We're going to get one of those things. We're going to have that. You're going to have your own bed. But you, the enemy, Y'all gotta understand the enemy always gonna be watching. We can't have nothing without any fences on there. We're gonna buy property. Why you think the property taxes, no property tax is not gonna be sold? They don't have to pay taxes, property taxes anymore. Why you think that's not gonna happen in Texas and country? And we're gonna buy mansion property with nothing on it, and we're gonna put mansions on it. This is gonna be good for country too. I love country. I grew up around country. I used to go to Opelousas when I was a kid. I used to go eat boudin and all of those things. I used to do all of those things, and I caught poison ivy once. You know, when I was a kid, when I go to Opelousas and all of Mr. We used to go there too. Um, and Tennessee, because my mom and dad from there. And I remember when I go to Opelousas when I was a kid, I was so scared. My brother used to always go on the higher board, and I didn't know how to scream. I was so I got the little diving board, and I got the big dive. I was so scared to go on the big diving board. You ever watch those movies when you scared to go on that diving board? When you scared to go on that diving board? But he got a motive, right? I promise you, Yellow Breeze and Big Tuck and the rest of them and Jay Prince is gonna be put to death. Any harm come to me. Because the Trump and it's not gonna be that hard for Joe Biden to get you. It's not gonna be that hard for Joe Biden to put you to death. Future don't even know. Senator Harris kept her word. Senator Harris kept her word. Look at their lies. Look at them. The prosecutor was wrong, and they know something. They know something. They know something what they was not supposed to do. Hey, John Kennedy is not innocent. Those people that told me, those state attorneys that told me the next time I talk about Dallas, before I got in that holding tank, you have something to do with it. And I'm about to solve it for you. I'm about to solve it for you. So this can either you give me my money or we can make this more worse so I can sit and be patient. At bullets start to fly, I'm gonna hold you accountable for it. We're gonna see DEA and prosecutors and judges from Houston be in jail. We're gonna see judges. Look, Kiki say, we know the game is still why you got racism? Why you try to play me with racism and believe the mayor? See, black people care about themselves. They have no love. Why you think that black guy, he got a motive? Say, oh, they trying to make us care about each other. They don't want us to care about each other. They don't want us to love each other. They don't want us to know God. That's the difference. They don't want us to know God. They don't want us to have that love for God like we does. They don't want us to know God. They don't want God to be a part of us. They want us to forget God. They don't want to mention God's name. They want us to forget God. They want us to forget Him and everything that He does. They want us to forget Him. That's another civil rights complaint. Now sit down. Ah, that's another civil rights complaint. Hey, how you doing today? Oh, nothing. I'm doing okay. I have a right to be here. I got the civil rights. I think I talked to you before, probably. Maybe not. No. yesterday I made a complaint. I was gonna call you because I gotta go to court
Uh
on
huh.
thing. I have a right to be on the civil rights, but yesterday I made a complaint against the hospital.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the civil rights, you have if you get discriminated on street or any one of those things, nobody can mess with you. So I'm not starting no trouble. The security guard say, as long as I'm not, and I made a complaint yesterday to the civil rights in the Justice Department,
Yeah.
and that I have a right to be here, but I'm just on my phone.
You on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone to talking to my social media.
Your social media?
Yeah, I'm on my social media talking to some people.
Oh, what you talking about?
We talking about music and we talking about things that we
Oh,
talk
I
about.
see. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm on there and I'm recording because on my pad I can't have it won't allow me to go live. I say I use it, so that is the thing between that.
Okay.
So I
What's your name?
Hubert Sellers, HUBERTSELLERS,
Yeah, go a little slow for me. A
HUBERTERT
HUBERT
SELLERS.
SELLERS. That's
Yes.
what? That's your first name?
Yeah, Hubert is my first man seller. I stay on that other street over there.
Okay.
I stay on that other street.
So your first name's Huber?
Yeah, and last name Sellers.
Oh, HUBER Huber.
Yeah,
And
Sellers.
and then Sellers. What's your
Yeah,
date of birth?
December 12th, 1988.
And you said you live down the street?
Yeah, I stay on the next street over.
You see on the next street? So
Yeah,
what,
but one of
you
the
can't
other
go
police,
home?
huh?
You can't go home?
Oh yeah, I can go home. I'm just
Oh.
out here. I'm just out here. My stepdaddy just went to work.
Oh, you just went to work?
Yeah,
Does he
I
know
need.
that you're out?
Yeah, you know that I just need a fresh air.
Need some
I,
fresh
I
air.
used to do this in Addison. I've been in Texas.
Oh, I know Addison.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
been in Carrollton a long time ago. And I used to come out here and just do this, and I'm just getting back to
Where's
my
your
old.
address?
Sharon Street right here,
Sharon?
94. Yeah, y'all came and went on my door and talked to my mama the last time. She sleep.
She's sleeping right now?
Yeah, she's sleeping right now.
Okay, what's the address?
940,
940?
and it's the next street. I don't know the whole street, but it's the
What's,
next street
what's
over.
your mom's name?
Brenda Hill.
Brenda
Yeah.
Hill?
Yes.
Okay. Does your mom know you out here?
Oh, my stepdaddy know.
Your
My mom
stepdad?
still asleep, but my stepdaddy went to work.
Okay, what's your mom's number?
972-595-2444.
And 2444.
44. Yes.
And then what's your dad's name? Your stepdad?
Byron.
Byron?
Yes.
What's his last name?
Hill.
You know his number?
No, I don't know his number off the chart. I got it in my phone, but I got my other phone.
Okay. All right.
How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. I'm doing okay. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. I heard they pay y'all good. I went on the Raleigh website. They pay y'all got a good salary. Y'all make a lot.
Last name Sellers?
When I was making my court
Sam,
date
Edward,
for that
Lincoln,
ticket,
Ethan, Edward,
I went to job to see what
Henry,
jobs y'all
Ian,
got,
Boyd,
and
Edward,
man,
Robert,
y'all really
Edward, 12,
the
12,
salary
88,
good. Yeah, y'all really
now.
do. But they should just give y'all a bonus every once in a while. Yeah, when I was in Addison in 2019, I went to the hospital and I talked to one of the Dallas police officers. They don't even get, they don't have enough money, and they talk about that. What me and the Dallas police were talking about. They don't have enough. Like they work so hard, and they don't have enough. So I have a right to be on here, and I made my complaint the last time with the civil rights and the Justice Department. It's gonna all add up. When I talked to the judge, I had a court date, and I got a retrial. Actually, um, on October the 2nd. But also my lawyer, I had to file a civil rights complaint against the Justice Department because my lawyer did not want to tell me about my court date. And I had to call her and let her know to make sure no warrant. And she told me to hold up. And I told the Justice Department no warrant should be out for my arrest because the main involvement. So we're not going to just talk about that. I'm not accusing nobody. There's a lot going on in my situation that nobody knows.
So what are you doing right here on the side?
I'm on my phone, just talking. I talked to the security guard before, and I know this was gonna come. I made the complaint again, and I'm gonna make the complaint again when I go to civil rights that y'all stop me. It's gonna tell you did this happen in the custody of the police, and they're gonna talk about street walk and sidewalks.
Right.
So, and it talks about I get a disability. So when I file that complaint about people calling a thing on the community of a disability and everything. I forgot. I wish I would have brought my ID, but the other police officers have been communicating with me a lot. So on the civil rights. So that's what we've been doing.
Are you live right now?
Oh, I'm live right there.
Man, nigga. How many
my,
viewers you got?
I got a lot.
Oh, he's just recording.
Oh, I'm
That ain't
recording.
live.
Oh, it was
Where's the
live.
Facebook
It's
live?
on
Yeah.
here.
It went off.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
I got like a lot of fans. The network
So why you
senators.
not live?
I'm live
He
on
was
there.
live for a
No,
but
this
I
second.
is
was
just
on,
recording, right?
Yeah, but I was live on that phone.
Okay, why
You see the fan base? If you look at deep into
So
the
yeah,
phone,
so you got
861.
you got how many? You
Yeah,
got you got
860.
well, you got
The network-
861 fans,
Yeah.
and then you got 349 followers.
Yeah, the network senators got my account.
What app is this?
Yeah, what? That's nice.
Live me
Okay.
Live Me, okay.
and Buzzcast.
Okay.
You just go on here every morning.
I just go on here every morning. When I was came back from Atlanta, I started communicating with people. The network senators got my account.
Okay.
There's a lot that y'all don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting on my court date to happen, and waiting on the thing to work at Joe Biden. People told me to give them time, and I'm trying to give. It's a situation where Yellow Breeze and them lied, and my fight was about Social Security.
Okay.
And Joe Biden actually got with Senator Harris actually got with Lil Wayne,
Okay.
and I'm giving them time to work out these issues and these lies that's going on.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
what-
just trying to stay out of trouble and stay away. But also, I go to church in the city. I've been interacting with church in the city.
Okay.
I've
So
been with the
familiar
community.
churches?
We've been having our differences, but I think I can still go in there every day and
course.
just go in there and just communicate with
Right.
everybody
Of course.
and everything. So, and that's the thing when you can be able to communicate with everybody.
So when are you gonna be done?
Not
doing
too
your
long. I'm
pledge?
gonna go inside in a few.
Okay.
You know, I got
Go inside where?
in my house.
Okay.
And I got like three pads, and I'm always working.
Okay.
And other police saw me. I'm always working, so I'm always communicating with people. If you go to my TikTok at Hubert HUBRT31,
Okay.
and I got a YouTube. My music is on me and my friend YouTube, Lil Diamond Music Catholic 123, and we on YouTube. So me and my other friend Ricky. So we do music. So I'm just telling my friends to stay out of trouble while I work out
Hey,
stuff.
Joe told you.
Okay.
I know too much
I don't
about the
remember
music
what
business.
you said it
I
was.
see.
I remember what.
So yeah.
Okay. Well.
So I'm gonna go back inside, and then I'm gonna go to civil rights.
Okay.
And here, it's nothing against you. I'm just gonna back myself up and have a backup plan and tell us civil rights, and they're gonna tell you, did this happen in the custody? Why did they stop you on the Civil Rights Act?
Okay.
You know, I watched the 1998 video of the Crips in Fort Worth,
Okay.
and it talks about the more they mess with us, I'ma mess with you, and they go back out there and do violence. But if they didn't know, they wasn't knowledge enough to not retaliate back on the community and do the civil rights thing. So me just knowledging myself and finding out more, and I've been doing resources and just picking up books and stuff.
That's why you tired.
Well, you're not doing anything wrong from my
All right.
knowledge.
And I'm gonna bring my ID out here next time because I usually leave it in the house. And next time y'all stop out an ID, but
You
it
come
talk,
right here every.
I come right here every day. I'm walking in the neighborhood,
Okay.
and I know when people ain't familiar, and it's gonna take time for the community to get to know
To
me.
get to know you, of course.
It's gonna take time, and that's why I come out here and I go to church in the city. I go and talk to everybody, and that's an any new county that you stay in. You're gonna take time, so and
You think you can start wrapping it up a little because they're gonna keep calling.
all right. And
if
I'm
you
gonna
don't mind, my man. You know
Oh yeah, I'm
what
gonna go back inside.
Okay, that's good. I
And then
appreciate
and then I'm gonna come back out here
Yeah.
after I make a complaint, and then I'm gonna come back out here each time.
Okay.
So each time they call, the last time I called, they was 10. Jealousy in the Holy Spirit, and I've been seeing that. I told that security guard on my camera what they're gonna see when I put this on YouTube, and I'm gonna tag the Justice Department in this. The security guard was standing right there, and his spirit behavior. So today I'm gonna go back inside. I'm gonna go to civil rights, and I'm gonna go back in there, and I'm gonna tell the Justice Department they called the police again, and that's gonna be a $30 million suit.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back inside. Once I'm gonna come back out here about 6 or 7,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
Just a
wrap it
little
up.
rest, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest it up because I got a sleeping disorder.
Okay.
I take medication for sleeping disorder.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons, ADHD, bipolar, and everything, and that's one of the reasons when I can't sleep that well and all of that. And sometimes I slept earlier, but sometimes you can't let the devil weigh you down. You need to come outside. And one of the reasons why I used to run outside and Addison Foreign Branch, I used to come outside at 6 or 7 o'clock in the winter this night and run
Right.
and do all of those things.
Okay.
And and we're gonna do a lot of things. But I already know you was gonna come out here. Yesterday he was talking to somebody, and the Justice Department gonna be able to see that. And I'm tagging them in the situation. This my fight is about Social Security, but they made it bigger than anything.
Right.
So I think I'm trying to give the Wildcat police enough time to talk when I go to court, and I talk to them to do a retrial because there's a lot that they don't know, and different counties don't know that the senator is not telling them about it. And the network senator got my account. There's a lot to do something with them. You see, but I tell you a lot. I'll let you know. I go to court on October the
Okay.
2nd.
Well, my man, just wrap up everything. Go get you
All
some
right.
rest, and then
All right.
you want to come back.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come back out here.
Okay, cool.
You
man.
right. Then you
I
too.
appreciate you.
You too. All right.
All right.
You too. And I will be telling my mama y'all will be calling.
Okay.
All right. You too. Got you. Got you. Hello. So yeah, we're gonna tell about that happened. I have a right to be on the sidewalk, and I have a right to be on there. My stepdaddy know I was out, and that's what we're gonna do. That's another $30 million suit.